Mm, right. And
That's
also
different.
Asian people, we don't have any gaps, you know, working
Mm.
with like Takashi or you are. We don't have any gaps.
Mm.
Why? Big differences, actually.
Right. Well, maybe there's also a little bit of an arrogance in the Western way of thinking, because, well, I'm not sure whether this is true, but I'm just playing with the idea now that
The Asian people, I understand. Just you said, Japanese are arrogant for Asian people. Okay, superiority is a feeling, so they don't feel any gaps. So they speak at whatever they think, and they try to persuade their thinking. No objection. Okay, but American people is different. If we're going to talk with British, French, German, it's different from American discussion with American people. What the difference is among those issues?
well, I think that Americans have less of an ego, especially in business.
For example, my teacher, okay, English teacher, she's American, but I didn't have any gaps among us. I didn't have any feeling with difference, opinion difference, you know, lifestyle or something else.
When you were in Accenture, it was easier for you to deal with Americans than with British.
British is different. American is kind of, you know, colleague.
Right.
You know, I don't have any gaps talking with American, but whenever I'm going to talk with British, something different from American people. Why? I don't know why.
Well, I think one of the reasons could be, and this is guessing, but when we look at the way that we're doing business, I think that there is a gap between the British and the Americans, and the Americans have a tendency, because they like to do business fast, they like to do fair business. That means that when they come in, they roll up their sleeves and say, okay, let's do some business here today. And then they put all their cards on the table, and they say, okay, so this is the problem, and they frame it. They try to make it as simple as possible. Try to broker a quick but honest deal, and move forward. Where in the British side, they tend to be more strategic, less putting all their cards on the table, keeping something in their pocket,
That's right.
And high, right.
That's right.
So that could be the reason why you have more difficulties with British. Yeah.
Not open heart, open mind.
Right. It's more strategic. It's more. It appears to be more gentlemanlike, but at the same time, you're being screwed.
It might be their culture.
Right. American loves straight shooters. They love people who are straightforward. They speak right from the gut. Not difficult. I mean, look at the way that Trump addresses his people. He speaks directly to their hearts, because he keeps it as simple as possible. There is actually very little room for nuance. And he speaks from the gut, and people really appreciate that. That's part of the American culture. I don't think that a politician like that could survive in any European country.
So whenever we are discussing about multicultural, and the Japanese people, especially business persons, they do not agree with me with the importance of multicultural, because they don't feel any gap doing business with American people. And not many people doing business with European people, so they cannot recognize the kind of gaps. Okay, and Asian people, for Japanese, very easy to doing business with them, because Japanese neglect their gap. Okay, With American people, we don't feel any gaps because they always open everything, right?
Right, but that is on a personal level, right? But when it comes to actually doing business, there is still the gap of doing what you promise, which is very strong in Japan, but maybe less so in China, or maybe less so in Korea, or maybe less so in Southeast Asia, where basically the circumstances also dictate whether or not you need to keep your word, because you can say, well, you know what, it was much colder than we expected, so we can't deliver on time, or whatever, or basically we need to raise the prices because we got a better deal from the other side. So the only way that we can continue to do business if you give us a better price. So this renegotiation, these things that will also be a gap in Asia, but on a personal level, on a trust building level, maybe that gap doesn't exist.
Oh, that is true. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Especially Asian people, many people, business person is overseas Chinese. Okay, Chinese culture is business style is big difference between Japan and China. Japanese people different from Chinese business style. Chinese business style is closer to Westerners. So that is the reason why I just try to teach Sun Tzu how to walk. Right? Japanese, they don't know. Japanese people, everybody honest and tell the truth, sincerity is very much they put on the stress and for those areas. Don't tell a lie, but Chinese business style or the Asian Pacific business style is much more, including not only honest but more negotiation. It means including lying or some sort of concealing. Lot of things they try to using for their business. That's the truth. The Japanese people, they don't use the kind of technique, so in many cases Japanese feel betrayed by his counterpart, so they don't want to do in business sort of things.
Right.
But this is not true. This is normal in Asia. Just right. Just I agree with you. That's right. But Japanese feeling is for Asian people, their superiority feeling. So they believe they don't have gap. They believe they can pushing their business style or business way of life to Asian people. And maybe American people is different. American people, they speak out everything, like pricing, everything, open mind, and they straight way they're going to speak out the condition, everything. So Japanese people not so much feeling big gaps among them.
Right, and in America, basically you shake your hands on it, right? And that is a code of honor. They will not easily betray you on that.
Right.
They probably will stick with their word.